Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos.
News related to hunger challenge and then the analysis related to it. The hunger challenge, it is the editorial being written today in today's newspaper, where it is said that if you are considering the multi-dimensional poverty index data, we could able to see say that nearly 50% of the individuals are right now under below poverty line, and if we are considering the income based criteria, means then nearly 11% of the people are under below poverty line. Okay, and after the independence, or nearly 80% of the people were under poverty line. So India government's major task is to bring to reduce the hunger among those people, those who are below the poverty line. So because of initiatives like green revolution as well as milk revolution, it led to increase in the food availability, and there has been reduction, enormous reduction in the hunger related hunger problems that was prevailing in India. But it is not over, it is still the hunger is still there, but the composition has been reduced when we are comparing now with the aftermath of the independence. And apart from the hunger, the malnutrition is also still persist. How it is? That is, according to National Family Health Survey 2019-2021, there are 32% of children who are underweight, and then 35% of children are stunted, and then 19% of these children are right now wasted. So these are the problems related to malnutrition. So, and then although India has reasonably done in a good progress in relation to malnutrition, still the number of percentage in relation to the infant and maternal mortality rate and other malnutrition related indicator is alarming only. And with this, the agriculture system, which is one of the most important industry to reduce the hunger as well as malnutrition in India, is facing the risk from climate change, and also in the form of extreme weather events, and then heat waves, and then flash floods. So this poses heavy challenge to the agriculture system, which in turn poses a heavy challenge to the hunger as well as malnutrition in India. And in order to overcome hunger as well as malnutrition, it is very important that we need to empower women. If we are going to empower women, means then the amount of money that is going to spend on the children's education, nutrition will get enhanced. Secondly, because of women empowerment is taking place, means there will be considerable reduction in the population explosion. So these are all the things which was mentioned in the articles which came in the today's newspaper. So what the author concludes is that the policy makers needed to access as well as enhance the livelihood of women, and also they need to think holistically for development of women, so that the issues related to hunger as well as poverty will get reduced. So this is what the news is related to. Okay, let's look into how the news is related to civil service examination. It is related to civil service examination under GS paper 2 social justice under a subtopic called issues relating to poverty as well as hunger. Okay, since the news is related to hunger as well as malnutrition, let's look into the causes for hunger in India. The lack of education as well as skill among the individuals will hinder them to have qualified employment opportunities or reduce the employment opportunities to them. As a result of which they could not able to gain or earn an income, which in turn reduces their ability to intake or buy the food products or the basic necessities, which in turn will be leading to hunger. And then environmental degradation. The environmental degradation is having the direct impact on the efficiency of the agriculture system, as a result of which the food production is getting affected. Third is inequality that is prevailing across the sectors as well as society. Then population rise. Because of increase in population, there is huge competition for the scarce resources. Then lower productivity in agriculture is also the main reason for hunger. Then underutilized resources. Then unemployment. It is self-explanatory, which I explained in the first point itself. And then climate related change. The climate related change is posing a direct threat to the agriculture system as the whole, in the form of heat waves, flash floods, and also deficiency in rainfall and other climate related disasters that is taking place because of the climate change, which is having direct impact on the agriculture system. And then conflict in certain areas will reduces the standard of living in those areas, and then it will be leading to ஒரு நிலையில்லாத சூழலை உருவாக்கிடும். As a result of which there won't be any kind of production or the production related activities will be taking place, so it will be reducing the availability of food or the food as well as the employment opportunities in those regions. Then dirty water as well as unsafe sanitation will increase the disease among people, which in turn will reduces the intake of reduces the health of those individuals to intake the nutrition from the food. Then disasters. So these are all the causes for hunger in India and also in the global level. So what does the woman role in reducing hunger is that, as I said, according to FAO, Food as well as Agriculture Organization of the food under the UN, said that women will be spending more on food, clothing and education for children in the family if they have been empowered to earn more. Second is increased access to agri asset to the women will be leading to corresponding increase in the food supply in the system. Then empowered women could enable reduction in the population explosion, which in turn will be reduce the food scarcity across the country. So these are all the positive role a woman could play in hunger reduction. Then what is the causes for malnutrition is that, first is calorific deficiency. The calorific deficiency is one of the cause for malnutrition, and then micronutrient deficiency. Other than the macronutrients, there are certain micronutrients which is useful for the healthy development. Such kind of nutrient deficiency is missing in the agriculture products because of the low productivity of the agriculture. Then protein deficiency among individuals. Then disease. If a particular person has been infected by certain dirty water or any other Okay. 1 minute. If a person has been affected by disease means that is because of lack of sanitary and then because of the dirty waters, the ability of his body to extract the nutrition from the food which he intakes will get reduced, as a result of which the malnutrition will get increased, and insufficient access to food. Then maternal as well as child care lagging means there will be rise in malnutrition. So these are all the general causes for malnutrition. Okay, what are the groups that has been affected by malnutrition as well as hunger are, according to biological vulnerability, it is the infants and the preschool children, pregnant mothers, adolescent girls as well as old people. These are all the persons who will be affected by the hunger as well as malnutrition. Second is, if you are considering socio-economic factor, then those are the person who is going to affected by hunger as well as malnutrition are, first is poor people, second is socially deprived people, then slum dwellers, fourth is street kids. So these are all the peoples, if in the perspective of socio-economic dimension, will get affected because of hunger as well as malnutrition. And in the case of habitat, from the perspective of habitat, if you are seeing means, then who are all the people will get affected because of the hunger as well as malnutrition? The most is the people who are living in the remote areas, inaccessible remote areas, and then the people those who are living in the thick forest and mountain regions. These are all the peoples those who are going to get affected from the different perspectives. So way forward for malnutrition and hunger is, the way to reduce both of them is through addressing the poverty by increasing the skill education activities as well as the job opportunities. Second is through improving the public distribution system and the plugging the leakage in those systems. Third is addressing gender inequality. Fourth is addressing maternal as well as infant deaths. Fifth is addressing monitoring as well as evaluation deficiencies, so that the monitoring as well as evaluation system will get enhanced. So these are all the way forward to rise the hunger as well as malnutrition across India and also across the globe. Then what are all the initiatives that has been taken by the government to promote malnutrition as well as hunger is Poshan Abhiyan. Second is Matru Vandana Yojana. Third is food fortification. Then National Food Security Act 2013. Then Mission Indradhanush. Then Integrated Child Development Service Scheme. Eat Right Movement. These are all the initiatives being taken to increase the malnutrition. Reduce the malnutrition as well as hunger in India. Okay, what we needed to study further is, we should know about the multidimensional poverty index and then human development index, and also we should know about the committee for below poverty lines, which has been formed by government since independence until now. Third is, we should know about the entire history of green revolution as well as white revolution and what are all the impacts that it created. Fourth is, we should know about climate change effect in the agricultures. So these are all the other areas which we needed to be aware of. Which one of the following is the indicators used by IFPRI to compute the global hunger index report? Undernourishment, child stunting and maternal child mortality. So all the three statements are correct. So answer is option C. This is what the news related to hunger as well as the complete analysis of the hunger malnutrition is about to.